Saving a day from wasting, disappointment, and uselessness. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the lesson. Today, we're going to talk about how to save a brain that's severely distracted. I know this is not a new topic, but I think the intensity of distractions today is much worse than before. Years ago, I could easily spot people struggling to focus for 5 minutes. But now, I'm seeing people who can't even focus for 50 seconds. It's honestly shocking, and it has a lot of implications for how we function in our daily lives. For example, I conducted small tests with some kids. I'd give them something to read, and I would watch how they focus. In just 20-30 seconds, they start looking away, fidgeting, or getting distracted. Even when they know I'm testing their concentration, they still can't stay focused. Imagine being in that situation. You're reading, you know you need to focus, and yet you can't. If you're sitting down to write or create content, how many times do you check your phone in a minute? It could be multiple times. The distractions are relentless. It's become so common to get distracted like this. You can see it in your coworkers too, right? Unless there's a deadline, they can't stay focused for long before they start checking their phones again. It's almost like this digital dependency has become a natural part of our lives. We can't help but be drawn to it. The sad truth is, adults today can't focus better than kids. Sometimes, kids can focus for 20-30 minutes to solve a math problem or learn something new, while many adults can't even do that. I've observed this at coffee shops, at work, and even in casual settings where people should be concentrating on the task at hand. But no, they end up checking their phones after just 2 to 3 minutes. They get sidetracked with trivial things like reading short videos, checking social media, or chatting on apps. It's baffling how easily we can lose focus, especially when it's something so important to us. This kind of behavior is normal now, and we've accepted it as part of life. It's a reality of the modern world, but the fact is, technology has trained our brains to seek constant distractions. The problem is so serious that it affects our ability to think deeply. We can't focus, we can't concentrate, and before we know it, the day is over, and we've done little to nothing productive. We need a solution to stop this cycle. First, let's look at the causes. There are many reasons why people are so easily distracted, but I'll focus on 2 main reasons why people can't concentrate: information overload and dopamine. Information overload. If you're surrounded by too many sources of information, your brain just can't focus. For example, you might be working on a project but also have Netflix running, multiple news websites open, social media tabs, and apps buzzing on your phone. Every time you hear a notification, your attention shifts, even if just for a moment. It feels like every app, every notification, every beep is pulling you away from your work. You'll jump from one thing to the next, and before you know it, you've wasted hours without doing anything productive. You may have even noticed that your concentration just can't last as long as it used to. The moment you start a task, your mind starts wandering, and you find yourself back on your phone or scrolling through news articles. It's become a vicious cycle. To avoid this, you need to limit the amount of information you're exposed to. I know it sounds simple, but it's not always easy to apply. I once tested working offline with no internet. I was amazed by how much I accomplished in just a single day. I was focused and productive. It's the same concept when you limit your distractions. By cutting off those unnecessary sources of information, you can significantly improve your productivity. So one solution is to limit your distractions and close unnecessary tabs or apps. You can try setting a rule that you only open up to 3 applications at once and keep sticky notes or reminders to help you stick to this rule. Dopamine. Dopamine is the brain chemical that makes us feel rewarded and satisfied. Social media and short videos are designed to trigger this dopamine release. Every time you check your phone or scroll through your feed, your brain gets a little hit of dopamine. This keeps you coming back for more, even if what you're checking is not important. It's the reason you feel compelled to keep checking your phone, even when you know you should be doing something else. It's an insidious feeling because it's like a cycle. You feel good for a moment, and you want more of that feeling. This is the same principle behind many addictive behaviors. Imagine this. You check social media just to see a new notification, and your brain gets a little hit of dopamine. It feels good for a few seconds. But when you close the app, you feel the urge to check it again. You want that little hit of satisfaction again and again. That's how addiction works, and it's not just limited to social media. It could be video games, online shopping, or even checking emails. This constant need for dopamine keeps us addicted to the distraction, even when we know it's not good for us. The solution to this is to train yourself to resist the urge for constant dopamine hits. A simple way to do this is to put your phone away and set a timer. Start with just 2 minutes and slowly increase the time each day. After a month, you'll find that you can resist the urge to check your phone for longer periods. It's about building the muscle to delay gratification. The more you practice, the stronger your resistance becomes. Eventually, you'll feel more in control of your impulses, and you'll be able to focus better on your work and your goals. By limiting distractions and controlling your dopamine levels, you'll have more time and energy to focus on what truly matters. It's not about being perfect, but about making small improvements every day. This method is simple and effective, and you can use it to train your brain to focus better. Over time, your ability to concentrate will improve, and so will your overall productivity. I hope you find these tips useful. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to seeing you next week.